In this lesson, we are going to learn about ductile, brittle and malleable materials. What are ductile materials? Ductile materials can be drawn into thin wires. They have a large range of plastic extensions. Copper, silver, iron, aluminum, all are ductile materials. They can be drawn into thin wires. If you look at the stress-strain graph for ductile materials, this is stress, this is strain. Then, initially the proportional, up to proportional limit, stress will be proportional to strain. Then, up to elastic limit, if we remove the deforming force, the material will come back to its original length. After this, the plastic range of extension starts, right? And that is very big for these kind of material. It reaches a fracture point after a long distance here. So this is what is a ductile material. It has got a large range of plastic extension. Example is copper, silver, iron, aluminum. You can draw it into thin wires, right? What are brittle materials? Brittle materials have got a very small range of plastic extensions. They break as soon as the elastic limit is exceeded. So if you make the stress-strain graph of brittle materials, as soon as the elastic limit is exceeded, this material fractures. So this is the elastic limit, and then here we will have the fracture point. So these things have got a very small range of plastic extensions. Example are cast iron, glass, ceramics. These are brittle materials. So here is the fracture point, very close to elastic limit, which may be here or maybe here. So this is the elastic limit. Right, you can draw them into thin wires because they break as soon as the elastic limit is exceeded. This one, the elastic limit is here. Here is the proportional limit, and you can extend it quite a big distance or quite a big length, right? So therefore we can draw it into thin wires. These are ductile materials. Now some materials we can beat them down to thin sheets. Those are known as malleable materials. Gold is a malleable material, silver is a malleable material, lead is a malleable material. So these three kinds of materials you should know. First one is ductile materials. Ductile materials can be drawn into thin wires, right? Can be drawn into thin wires, and their example is copper, silver, iron, aluminum. They have got a large range of plastic extensions. Brittle materials break as soon as the elastic limit is exceeded. They cannot be drawn into thin wires. Example is cast iron, glass and ceramics. Some materials can be beaten down into thin sheets. Those are known as malleable materials. Example is gold, silver, lead, etc. Metals have got large Young's modulus. To get a small strain, if you have to apply a large force, a large stress, then the Young's modulus is large. In the language of physics, steel is more elastic than copper, brass, aluminum, rubber also. Rubber is an elastomer. But steel is more elastic. Steel has got higher Young's modulus. Material like wood, bone, concrete, glass have got small Young's modulus. If there are two materials and you want the same strain, the material which requires more force will have more elasticity. So remember that steel is more elastic than copper, brass, aluminum. That's why it is used in making heavy duty machines and other objects, structures, right?